Hello everyone, this is Defense Politics Asia, and this is the quick update from the Bakhmut Front. So this is Bakhmut City, and I've caught this entire most eastern part of the battlefront as the Bakhmut Front. So over at the northern side of the Bakhmut Front, there is information that the Russian forces have captured Hryhorivka. So this piece of information have been really confusing because there are claims that Hryhorivka has been captured for a long time ago, like maybe one week, over 1 week ago, and this information cannot be corroborated, and multiple reports continue to say that it's still fighting, and then suddenly we finally have Ryba talking about it, saying that they have managed to eject the enemy from Hryhorivka, and they now continue on the offensive towards Serebrianka. And we finally have also other sources. It's also pro-Russian, but it's a different source, describing that the fighting is now between Hryhorivka and Serebrianka, and they also mentioned that Hryhorivka here has been liberated or captured by the Russian forces. So this is another corroboration of the capture of Hryhorivka. However, according to the Ukrainian Defense Ministry, they are still reporting shelling at Hryhorivka, and shelling is also reported at Serebrianka. So, and there are rumors that Serebrianka has been captured, and this rumor can go back as far as like 2-3 days ago or 4 days ago, which I don't think is accurate. As mentioned, all these towns are highly strategic and important from now on, because every capture signifies another step towards some major capture or encirclement, especially on the town of Siversk. Siversk has a major railway station here, so, and this will allow the transportation of troops and resupply from the north, from Russia, directly to Siversk. Although this bridge at Dronivka was previously blown up by the Ukrainians around 3 months ago, from my vague memory, so not sure if it's repaired. Probably not, and because the Ukrainians are still holding Dronivka. So, but bombardment is already at Siversk, and there is also information that the Verkhnokamyanske has been captured. Although I indicate this, I do have some pinch of salt, but there is information saying that reported by TASS, which is the Russian official government media, or government-backed media, reporting that the LPR forces have entered Siversk. So because TASS had previously reported information that did not turn out to be correct, so I have my reservations, but I just want to let you know that this is reported, and TASS is not a small media, it's a very major media, so their reports are still carry some weight. So forces entering Siversk is something that we need to keep out. So this is actually the article, the link to the article. I've quoted the relevant part, and this is actually they quoting the People's Militia of the Luhansk People's Republic. So let's see whether this will turn out to be true, because once you entered this city, if there is no fierce resistance, you may fall within 2 or 3 days. But if it offers a severe resistance, like what happened in Popasna, this battle here can last for as long as 1 month or more. So that's what happened at Popasna, where it become a DPA meme joke, where it become the pimple of Donbass, or pimple of the pimple of the front, where it just refused to go away. So anyway, let's see if Siversk will develop into a pimple, or it will just be just fall very quickly, just like what happened to Lysychansk. Other news on the other parts of the Bakhmut Front. There is continued dispute about Spirne, because the Ukraine Ministry of Defense continue to report on attacks near Spirne. So this is the shelling report at Spirne, which is the word disputed here. But most of the Russian media or Russian sources are reporting the fighting is now on the west side of Spirne, between Ivano-Darivska and Spirne. So the fighting is around this area here. Most of the pro-Russian sources are saying that now. So it's very unlikely that the Ukrainians are still at Spirne. Further down, we have this information, which is rather huge, that the Russian forces have entered Soledar. And I have quoted 4 different pro-Russian sources that describe the same thing, although all of them, the information came direct from the Internal Affairs Ministry of the Luhansk People's Republic. So, given the number of pro-Russian sources reporting that, this seems to be rather credible, and this actually is finally then corroborated only today by Ryber's information that the forces, the LPR Cossack regiment have arrived at the gypsum quarry. So where's the gypsum quarry? Is actually here. Here is the gypsum quarry. So the Russian forces is now at this location here. So this finally brings some light, because the Ryber previously reported about, Ukrainian forces are still at Stryapivka and Kamyanka, and the information, I think a day or two ago, talked about Ukrainian forces withdrawing from this position after the Russian forces moved from Trypilia towards this direction. And this gave me a lot of headache, because we have already reported the capture of Stryapivka and Kamyanka for some time, and there is no news or information that the Ukrainian forces have recaptured this position. And so this made it really awkward for my reporting, because it's really hard to understand what the hell is happening, because we had information from this Neil P. Hauer saying that the Russian troops have go 2 kilometers north of Soledar and kept taking up an entrenched position here. And this is actually very long time ago. This is at least a month or more ago. So without the capture of these 2 positions, it's very hard to imagine them to be here, not to mention the fighting at Yokolivka. So with this information of Russian forces going into Soledar, then we are kind of verified that maybe these 2 positions are now really Russian controlled now. Which is why I just want to talk about this. However, there is also talk about fighting at Stryapivka, and I'm not sure how to read this. What do you mean by fighting at Stryapivka when Russian forces is already at Soledar here? So there might be a case where the map is supposed to look like this. Maybe it should look like this. So I'm not sure. So maybe the forces are going from the north southward. Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's what was happening. It's really hard to tell, because they did mention they come from Trypilia. So as you can see here, Tripoli. So I just want to brief about this situation, which is very weird. Other parts, we have information that the more significant ones, that the Russian forces is now fighting at Vesela, Dolyna, as well as Vershyna. So here at Vershyna. So this is also not new. We have always been reporting about the fighting at Vershyna for a long time, and many times it turned out to be not true. And but this time around, maybe this is true because of the momentum of war. Looks like the end of the operational pause and the start of the fight over the past 2 days. So anyway, there is a lot of bombardment icons here. This is to help to verify where the front line is, because we are still clearing up the intel of the front line after the series of misinformation campaign that it seems to be running around on Twitter. So anyway, this is a quick update on Bakhmut Front, and I will see you in the next update.